All right, page 131, multiplying with 3. So of course, the whole lesson this week is talking about multiplying with 3, 4, and 6, right? So we had that general talk yesterday, and I introduced you to how to break apart certain multiplication sentences or certain arrays to make them easier to solve. So today, we're going to be talking a little bit more about multiplying with 3. Okay? Now, if you take a look at page 131, we're going to talk about photos on a wall. So I'm going to share my screen in just a minute, and I'm going to walk you through this particular problem on page 131. So give me just 1 second, and I'll have my screen shared. All right, friends, hopefully you're able to see that and it's coming through a little more clearly today. So let's take a look up at the top where it's all in bold print. We're going to be talking about this problem. So it says that Nadia hangs her photos on the wall. She makes 4 rows of photos with 3 photos in each row. How many photos did Nadia hang on the wall? Now there is a lot of information here, friends. So when we go back again to our close read strategies, there are lots of things that we need to remind ourselves of as we're trying to solve this problem. So, and again, I apologize for any delay or lag from my iPad into your screen. I'm hoping it's going to catch up here quickly. So, it's telling me that Nadia hangs her photos on the wall. She makes 4 rows of photos, 3 photos in each row. How many photos did Nadia hang on the wall? So what we can do is we can start building the array based on the information that we have first. That's our starting point. Let's just build the array based on the information that we have. So it is showing that she has 4 rows of photos, and she has 3 photos in each row. And so we can take a look at that array, and we can do some addition, some quick addition, kind of see what we're working with. So I'm noticing that each row has 3. And I can add those together. And of course, that is going to give me 12. And again, it's going to come up here in just a minute, my drawing. And I'm going to let the drawing catch up with me. So I will go quiet here for just a minute. And so there we go, friends. We know that we are dealing with 12 total units. But there is a way that we can break this apart that will make it easier for our brains to understand. And so what I'll be doing is I will be duplicating this array, but I will be grouping it in a different way so that I can work with a factor that's easier for my brain to work with, a factor that is more familiar. And of course, that factor is going to be 2 instead of 3. Okay? And again, my drawing will be catching up here shortly. So as you take a look at the screen again, please see that I am simply duplicating the original array. You will notice that I'm starting with 4 rows of 3. But now I am going to be regrouping this array so that I can deal with the factor of 2 instead of 3. And after I do that, I end up with an array of 4 groups of 2 and 4 groups of 1. At this point, I can write corresponding multiplication sentences to solve this problem. So of course, I will end up with a multiplication sentence for that new grouping of 4 times 2. The second grouping will be 4 times 1. And the sum of those 2 products is going to be 12. And that is going to match what I did on the original array. And again, you are going to see that in just a minute. My drawing will be catching up to what I'm saying. Please make sure you are following along and writing down what it is that you see on the screen. Oh, my friends, I am so sorry for this delay. Very, very sorry. And it is coming up now. So you will see that the multiplication sentence for the first array will start with 4 times 2. The second array, that grouping there is going to be 4 times 1. The product for the first grouping is 8. The product for the second grouping is 4. And if you add those products together, of course, you're going to get 12, which will match what we did with the original 4x3 array. We are simply breaking apart those less familiar factors to help us do some more mental math with factors that are more familiar to us. Okay?